Hiya and welcome to the James Oliver Guitar Channel, and this is vinyl video number 51 of albums, bands and artists that inspire me. And up first is the wonderful David Lindley with the album Very Greasy. Of course, David Lindley, the wonderful slide guitar player, was on them Jackson Browne and Warren Zevon records. Give Me the Ting, Do You Want to Dance, Talk About You. He does Warren Zevon's Werewolves of London on this record as well. The Texas Tango. Just a really good album. I love his band El Rayo X. It's a bit of a sort of a Latin feel, you could say, to the band. A bit of a reggae feel even. But wonderful slide guitar playing from Lindley as always. Up next, this is Hank Williams. Wait for the Light to Shine. Hiram Hank Williams. Wait for the Light to Shine. Ready to Go Home. Devil's Train. The Prodigal, I'm Going Home. More of the religious side of Hank, because he was a God-fearing man, of course. But along with Don Helm's steel playing, it's still some of the best country music you'll ever hear, and it's on the MGM label. Bit of AC/DC, we haven't shown no AC/DC yet. This is Let There Be Rock. This is the Australian version of Let There Be Rock. In your face blues rock, really. Go Down, Doggy Dog, Let There Be Rock, Bad Boy Boogie. This album has got Rhapsody in Blue on it. I don't think the British version has. Hell in a Bad Place to Be, and of course A Whole Lot of Rosie. Angus and Malcolm Young, songwriters, brilliant guitar players. Wonderful rhythm by Malcolm as well. Up next, this is the Ground Dogs album on United Artists. Of course, this is the Hogwash album. And it even tells you what gear the band use on here, you know. It's Tony McPhee uses the Gibson SG, a Fender Stratocaster, and a Zementis guitar. And I mean, I really do like all that sort of stuff, you know. It's on the United Artists label, of course. And there's tracks on this, like Sad Is the Hunter, Mr. Hooker Sir, of course. The Hogs were massive Joan Lee Hooker fans. They even got their name. They backed Joan Lee Hooker, but they even got their name from the Ground Dogs. What else is on this? 3744 St. James Road, of course, which is one of the famous classic Ground Dog tracks, which various bands still perform today. And the sleeve's a bit funny, so I'll put that away a bit later. This is like a compilation. This is Rory Gallagher so far on the Polydor label. Features Laundromat, Cradle Rock, Walk on Hot Coals, In Your Town, Hands Off, Bullfrog Blues, Jenny McAvoy, Lou Martin, Wilbur Campbell on drums, Rod Diaf on drums, of course, as well. Jenny McAvoy on bass and Rory. This is a nice compilation on the Polydor label. You can't go wrong, and I like that painting on the front of Rory Gallagher. Johnny Burnett Trio with Tear It Up. I've said this many times, the 10-inch album is one of my all-time favourites, the Johnny Burnett Rock and Roll Trio, but on here is Tear It Up, You're Undecided, Eager Beaver Baby, Midnight Train, Blue Stay Away From Me, Rock Therapy, of course, Paul Burleson and Grady Martin on various tracks on this, Johnny Burnett singing. It's on the MCA label. It's the best rockabilly in the world, hands down. I don't even argue with that. Up next is Bob Dylan, MTV Unplugged. I've shown the Neil Young Unplugged before, so I thought I'd show this one. Tombstone Blues, Watchtower, Times They Were Changing, Desolation Row, Rainy Day Woman, Love Minus Zero, Knock on Heaven's Door Like a Rolling Stone. Classic Dylan, some of his best tracks for MTV Unplugged. Up next, this is Chet Atkins with Chet. There's only one Chet Atkins, one of the greatest ever guitar players, hands down. Foggy Mountain Tops on this. Truck Drivers Blues, the Wabash Cannonball as well. Going Down the Road, Feeling Bad, just brilliant. Any guitar player, you know, if you haven't, I know you all have, but, you know, check out Chet. It's a bit more of a drum record. This is Gene Krupa and Buddy Rich. And it's just titled Krupa and Rich, and it's just Oscar Peterson's on it, Dizzy Gillespie. It's like a who's who with jazz. Ray Brown, Herb Ellis, Gene's Blues, Buddy's Blues, Bernie's tune. Just wonderful jazz and just off the scale, off the wall drumming by them two legends, you know. Bit of folk now. This is the Incredible String Band that I looked up. The Incredible String Band, of course, this is signed by Robin Williams, and I went to see him in some sort of, like a church, believe it or not, in Anisabol. Nice folk on this, Blackjack Davy, The Letter, which was written by Alan Heron, of course, Pictures in the Mirror. My favourite on the record, This Moment. If you're into your folk, the Incredible String Band are a really great band. Nice compilation, this is All Time Rock and Roll Party. It's on the Chess label, and it's a really good Chuck Berry compilation. Johnny B. Good, Rock and Roll Music, No Particular Place to Go, Memphis, Nadine, Run Run Rudolph, Carol, Little Queenie, School Days, Bye Bye Johnny. It's just a stick us on the record player and have a good time sort of thing, you know, with the best Chuck Berry tracks. I mean, I love them all, as you know from watching the channel. Still cool on the Chess label, and this came out in the 70s. Chuck Berry. This is the Neil Young album for the week. Are You Passionate? One of the best Neil Young songs, a bit of a sleeper really, called Going Home is on this, which is a brilliant album, brilliant song rather. Differently's on this, Let's Roll, You're My Girl, Gateway of Love, Be With You. This is Neil Young really, and Booker T. Jones on keyboards, Duck Dunn on bass, Frank San Pedro on the guitar. And yeah, it's just a really good album from around 2000, 2001. This is the Fleetwood Mac Blues Collection. Peter Green, Jeremy Spencer, Danny Kerwin, Mick Fleetwood and John McVie, Green Man Alicia, Sandy Mary, Jump in the Shadows, Oh Well, Black Magic Woman, Like It This Way, Rattlesnake Shake, Got to Move, Madison Blues, Red Hot Mama. It's an 80s press, but it's still the classic live blues of Fleetwood Mac. And another live album. This is Johnny Winterhand live on the CBS label. Good Morning Little School Girls, My Own Fault, Jumpin' Jack Flash. A brilliant rock and roll medley. Great Balls of Fire, Long Tall Sally, a lot of shaking going on. Meantown Blues and Johnny B. Good. Shown loads of Johnny Winter, big fan. Another Dylan one. This is a bootleg. This is Don't Look Back on the Swinging Pig label, and it's highlights from the movie. Gates of Eden's on this, Love Minus Zero, The Times They Are A-Changing, Ramona, Lost Highway. It's just a cool Dylan bootleg. There's millions of them out there. I know people just collect Dylan bootlegs, there's so many. But it hasn't even been pasted in, because some of them are pasted on. Seeing it's got Don't Look Back there. Definitely worth picking them up because the sound quality on them is pretty good. This is the Welsh album for the week. This is Budgie's first album, titled Budgie. And it's got Guts on it, which is quite a famous Budgie song. All Night Patrol, You and I, Homicidal, Suicidal, The Orphan. I mean, there they are on the back playing with horses, etc. But it is quite a hard rocking album, really. It's just a bit of history about Budgie that was printed off to put in there. And I think it's the only Budgie album I own. So there we are. Always going to show a Welsh band. Never shown any Led Zeppelin, but this is Led Zeppelin 3, and it's got the cool cover that it does turn. Well, it did turn. There we are, as you can see. And it is on the lovely... Oh, this one's not on the Plum label. I have got a Plum label one, but I've obviously pulled out the reissue. But there's some cracking tracks on this. What's on here? The Immigrant Song, of course, Celebration Day, which is my one of my favourites. Out on the Tiles, That's the Way. I absolutely love John Bonham's drumming. What a drummer! Probably one of the greatest rock drummers of all time, really. Bit of Merle Travis. This is titled Travis. Another picker along the lines of Chet and Jerry Reed. And Cincinnati Lou is on this. Divorce Me, COD, Fat Girl. Kentucky Means Paradise. I Like My Chicken Frying Size. Just good fun old songs with some super picking Merle Travis. A nice Bill Haley compilation on the Hallmark label. This is Rockin' Round the Clock. Love Bill Haley's guitar players, Danny Cedrone and of course Franny Bleacher. And then you got Rock Round the Clock, Skinny Minnie, Rock the Joint, Rock a Beatin' Boogie, See You Later Alligator, Flip Flop and Fly, Shake, Rattle and Roll. Superb. Underrated, really, Bill Haley. Last but not least, this is Roy Orbison with Old Pretty Woman. The Big O. Some good stuff on this, of course, Pretty Woman. Mean Woman Blues. My personal favourite, one of my personal favourite later Orbison songs is Dream Baby Got Me Dreaming Sweet Dreams, The Crowd. So there we have it, that's episode 51. There's another 20, so now we've shown 1,020 albums. I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you all again next week for episode 52. I appreciate it. Cheers.